All right. Shout out to everybody watching in the blue, the green, the purple. We live every day. Podcast going up every day on the YouTube. Hit that like, hit that subscribe, share, comment, tell your friends, tell your girlfriend, tell your boyfriend. I don't judge. No judgment free. You know what I'm saying? Listen, right now, the Rams are smoking the Vikings. Free agency is becoming clear. Titans are narrowing down their candidates for GM. Some good looking candidates on that list, might I add. Rand Carthon goes on 104.5 The Zone today. Mike McCarthy, Cowboys, part ways. Y'all heard it here first. I think Pete Carroll should go to the Cowboys. I think he would be the type of personality that could go in and change the culture in Dallas. He's a big name, has won at every level, would be a solid candidate. But, you know, Jerry Jones, I'm hearing that Jason Witten is in the nominations for head coach. Listen, I don't know what Jerry Jones be on, but Deion to Cowboys, they're at 12. They'd have to give up a lot to come up to 1 to get Shaduer. Raiders to get Deion at number 6 or 7 where they at would have to come up a lot to get Shaduer. Y'all know my stance. 12 out of 14 quarterbacks in the playoffs this year, all first round picks. Russell Wilson was in the third. Jalen Hurts was in the second. And on the Jalen Hurts one, they already had Carson Wentz and Nick Foles on roster at the time that they wind up drafting for him. So, I mean, that was a project situation. Took a few years for it to develop. And now look at Jalen Hurts. But Rand was a class act going on 104.5 The Zone. People was wanting a little bit more messy of an interview. He's not that type of guy. A lot to be said. Looks like Sam Darnold is not having a game. I said I felt like Sam Darnold would have to have a crazy game, play well to stay in Minnesota. If he continues like this, 24-3, Sam Darnold's gonna hit that free agent market. They're gonna keep Daniel Jones as the bridge, and JJ McCarthy will get his time to shine in Minnesota. Who knows how they'll wind up working or won't work, whether they'll win more games next year or win less games. They've already drafted the kid. At this point, Sam Darnold will be free. Kirk Cousins will be about 30. Aaron Rodgers will be about 40. Purdy is looking for 60 for the Niners. He better take a team-friendly deal because I can see the Niners going to get Aaron Rodgers or Sam Darnold and drafting somebody. Russell Wilson played good to me in Pittsburgh. I think if Justin Fields is in, they get beat by 20-something plus. I think he hits the free agent market as well. Mike Vrabel to the Patriots said he's excited about working with Drake May. This is gonna be interesting how everything shakes out. Yo, for sure, Mike, you for sure balled out. So who knows what's going to happen? It's gonna be one of the more interesting off seasons I've seen in some time. A lot of teams looking for head coach, a lot of teams looking for GM, a lot of teams looking for the quarterback that will take over and be the future of their franchise. In the quarterback market looking very, very slim. I'm going to make a bold take right now. Crystal balls in the chat. Let me see some crystal balls in the chat. I'm about to give y'all my bold take. Danielle, what up? Looking at the market that, you know, a guy like Sam Darnold, who's already played with Kyle Shanahan, Aaron Rodgers, that would be like the homecoming for him if he went and spent his last year in San Francisco. Brock Purdy is going to take a team-friendly deal. They're going to extend it out over time. Russell Wilson is going to stay in Pittsburgh. They're going to let Justin Fields walk. There's going to be a team that takes a shot at Justin Fields. Somebody's going to pick up Kirk Cousins for the 27-5. J.J. McCarthy and Daniel Jones in Minnesota. Derek Carr is not taking a pay cut. That's going to last longer than we think it should, because the potential teams he could go to, one of the teams looking for a quarterback, he can't go back to the Raiders, right? Second round quarterbacks, Quinn Ewers, Jalen Milroe. I think there's a team that already has a quarterback, or a team that gets a bridge, that's gonna trade up and take Milroe earlier than we all expect, and somebody's gonna use him as a project to hopefully he could be their Michael Penix next season, coming in the back half of the year after having time to get acclimated to the NFL, to get more live looks at the NFL. Those are my bold takes at how the QB market shakes out. And I'm seeing by who needs QBs, I'm almost feeling there's no chance that the first and second pick taken in the draft has to be Cam Ward, Shaduer, Cam Ward. Drew Aller goes back to Penn State. Carson Beck hits the portal and goes to Miami. This draft ease of QBs is a little slim. You got Will Howard and Riley Leonard that somebody might take a chance at. The two national championship quarterbacks, somebody might take a chance at them, I think, around the fourth round. But as I've said, 12 of the 14 quarterbacks in the playoffs are first round draft picks. A lot of them number one overalls, like a Jared Goff, like a Baker Mayfield. The ones that aren't is Russell Wilson, a third rounder, Jalen Hurts, a second rounder. And those are the guys drafted to teams that already had QBs that were going to work their way into the mix. Say Ewers too. Yeah, I mean, like, I think Ewers will go no lower than second, maybe third at the worst. But I see a team jumping up to take Milroe. I think a team will jump for Milroe, and I think Ewers will be like second round, kind of like Will Levis was. Like, Titans trade up early in the second round to go after him on day 2. I think that's my bold takes on QBs. We'll see how close I am. Do I know where Aaron Rodgers is going? No. Only place I see that makes sense is if they can't work a deal in San Francisco. But I think Purdy's got to be looking at this market saying, I know I want 60, but you're going to have to take a little less on the team-friendly deal. I mean, my thing is Lamar and Patrick Mahomes took team-friendlier deals to get better talent around him. I mean, Mahomes signed a 10-year deal. He makes about 45 a year, then plus bonuses or whatever. I mean, you take a five or so $1 million pay cut to have a better roster every year. It pays off long term. Ask Tom Brady. I'm gonna say trade Levis, sign Fields, get Cam or Sanders. That would, to me, the best bridge for the money is gonna be Daniel Jones. Daniel Jones should be $10 million or less, and he's a guy that's won a playoff game. You know what I'm saying? Like, Justin Fields is only going to progress with the right tutelage. If Brian Callahan gives up play calling, which he don't want to do, is one of the reasons they hired him, it's going to be hard for him to
let me teach you how to
assume play calling, be the head coach as a young head coach, a new head coach, and groom a QB along because of his shortcomings with Will Levis and letting Malik Willis go, and then Malik Willis being a good backup for Green Bay this year, going 3-0 as a starter. I think the leash is too short for Callahan to want Justin Fields. Either they're going to commit to getting a number one draft pick who's going to open the new stadium up in 27, or we're going to see an old quarterback. I just don't want to see an old overpaid, like Derek Carr, Kirk Cousins, somebody like that is going to be a $30 million option in Nashville. And if that was the case, they should have just they should just call Tannehill back and say, hey, man, we sorry. Think Cleveland going to get Milroe? Cleveland has the second pick. They're either getting Cam Ward or Shaduer. And if Myles Garrett goes, they're going to get another first-round pick. If Miles Garrett gets traded, they'll get another first round pick. The bold move I had was if Sam Darnold balled out tonight and made an NFC Championship run in his playoffs, which I don't see happening now. I could have seen them giving up Miles Garrett for J.J. McCarthy and swapping picks, but that's not happening now. So much of the draft board and so much of the free agent board changed with Aller playing bad, with Ewers playing bad, with Sam Darnold playing bad, Russell Wilson playing good. If Russell Wilson plays bad, you thinking Justin Fields and draft. Russell Wilson played good, you let you Russell Wilson played good, you let Justin Fields walk and you draft. You see what I'm saying? So the best time to draft a QB is when you got somebody already, because you're already a playoff team. You already got veterans in the locker room, and it's a little bit easier. Frank was popping. Got paid already. Wow, they on it. They on the ball then. Those are my thoughts about the wild carousel. The Jets pump fake. Patriots cash in and get Vrabel. Vrabel got it made. Got fired by the Titans. They had to keep paying him. He went home to Ohio and hung out. Robert Kraft called, say, come home to the Patriots. Dream job. So it's a lot. Like, who's the new coach of the Dallas Cowboys? What offense are they running? What are they going to do with Micah and Dak? What does Micah do now that he knows Mike McCarthy is out? He may ask to leave. A lot of goofy Titan fans bought into the tweet nonsense on Twitter today, on X, my bad, about Jeffrey Simmons liking the tweet about being traded to New England. Jeffrey Simmons is one of the best interior linemen period in the NFL. The Tennessee Titans will be a fool to move him. He is the heart and soul of the team. He is the only person that makes me want to watch on Sundays to this day. He played hurt this year. He played all games, led the league in pressures as an interior lineman, led the league in tackles behind the line of scrimmage on run plays. Listen, Big Jeff is the Titans right now. It's him and Amani Hooker is about all we got. Tony Pollard and Calvin Ridley were great free agents to come in, but as far as just guys that were drafted by the Titans, Monty and Jeff is it. I trade Harold Landry before I trade Jeff. And Harold Landry had 9 sacks today on a bad team, this year on a bad team. Jeff, if Shaduer was there and Deion was coaching, you wouldn't feel nothing but go buy you a jersey. 2024 Vikings, 2020 Steelers. Wow. Old Patriot. Frank, if y'all want to be part of the tournaments, hlx.gg/Vibe Nation. Make a profile today. A lot of free tournaments, a lot of paid tournaments. We're going to introduce a model coming in the future, potentially, that you could pay $10 a month and get 2-3 tournaments a week and just have that one fee. That's something that we're looking into. That's a model we're looking into. That's what I'm saying. So it's a lot of Titan fans and a lot of Titans in the media. I'm starting to get this is going to be a clip. I'm starting to get the feeling that it's a lot of Titan fans, a lot of Titan media people that just want to say something out in front of things to seem like they right or seem like they know, when in reality, this is a franchise that's in disarray. We don't know what being a great franchise over a long period of time even feels like. It's always so many moving parts. When we do get good players, we run them off. McNair, Chris Johnson, Derrick Henry. They're trying to run off Jeffrey Simmons. Like, this team doesn't know what it's like to have a star. So when we have stars and we start playing bad or we go through rough stretches, their first thing is to get mad at the one person you shouldn't be mad at. You shouldn't be mad at Monty. You shouldn't be mad at Jeff. You should be mad at some of the middle backers that wasn't able to fill gaps. You should be mad that that Prez Jamal Adams didn't work out. We should, you know what I'm saying, and let Elijah Molden go to bring him in. Like we should be mad about little stuff like that. That all the people seem to leave Nashville and play up to their potential and even higher. Aziz Al Shire, Danico Autry, Christian Fulton, Elijah Molden, Hassan Haskins, Tierre Tart, Bud Dupree, AJ Brown, Derrick Henry. The list goes on. Khalif Raymond, all these Titans, Josh Reynolds, all these Titans that leave and elevate when they leave is a little bit to do with the culture and the negative culture of the Tennessee Titan fan base that always is looking for a blame, that has no patience because they're just not used to winning. And then when we did have somebody that brought culture in, we had a rough stretch with Vrabel. And if Callahan don't work out, how many years we gonna go before we get a name like Vrabel to coach that's solid? How many times are we gonna be able to get a face of a franchise like Rand that people like, that the media like, to where the Tennessee Titans will begin to be looked at different? You know, we have a female owner. Shout out to Miss Amy. She loves the team. Family is on the team, but we kind of get laughed at because we just don't seem like we know what's going on. And if Brinker blows it, and we get this stigma of we don't want to draft Shadur Cam Ward, that's just scary. Scared money don't make money. Only way you win is by taking a chance. Either we gonna become the franchise that can draft quarterbacks and star players, develop them and re-sign them, or we just continue to be the farm league for the Eagles and the Ravens. I'm serious. Well, all our greats just come play in Nashville, get on the national radar, and trade out to another team and go make a run. We went to the AFC Championship, and after the AFC Championship, they got excited and gave Tannehill all that money, and then almost didn't have the money for Henry, and then had to let Jonnu walk, and then spent the time trying to replace Jonnu, and then got into left tackle issues with Lawan being hurt. Cut Lawan his last year. Ben Jones has concussions. He had winds up having to retire. Your offensive line is trash for a few years. The last few years of Henry. Then you can't get DBs out there healthy. And you don't have no receivers. You know, it's like, what free agent would want to sign with Tennessee right now? And that's the problem is Mike Vrabel and Rand Carthon's type of people that could be the face that we could bring in. We started to be able to get L'Jarius Sneed. We started to be able to get Calvin Ridley, get the Tony Pollards, get guys like that to come here. And without those relationships to those people, like, we don't, we just not a destination for a star player to want to come play right now. Even if they do, coach said Deion is not going to coach the Cowboys unless Shadur is over there. And the Cowboys are at 12. Like, now, if the Cowboys wanted to give up, I don't know, Micah Parsons in they first next year and something else, then we had to seriously think about it. But this how the Tennessee Titans work. They get Micah Parsons over here, then they trade Landry and Jeffrey Simmons. Like, that's the type of stuff they do. It's like when they finally get a good roster, Corey Davis, AJ Brown, Derrick Henry, John Smith, they start getting rid of people and they don't replace them. That's the hard part, is they get rid of things that they can't replace. Open tryouts. And it's not that they took Malik Willis. It's not that they took Will Levis. It's they took him and they wasn't on the same page about him. It's so many Titan fans that's just scared to take the QB. Take the QB, gut some things, and then somebody on TikTok told me that we should wait till they gut. Amy is never gonna gut. If they was gonna gut, this was the time. Callahan, Brinker, Rand, get rid of all of them. But you left Callahan and Brinker and got rid of Rand. But Cole Anderson is still there. Holtz is still there with that awful offense. So you went through Todd Downing, Tim Kelly, now it's Nick Holtz, like three straight years of like mediocre offenses with an offensive minded head coach now, not a defensive minded head coach. That's why I don't buy that. Like we couldn't score with Vrabel. We just didn't have the talent. You got Robert Woods and Nick Westbrook Akene. Like what? That's your two receivers. Like what can we get done? Because you stuck with Traylon Burks out there. Traylon Burks' best year was like 33 receptions for 440 yards or something like that for a first round pick. Tragic. So that's the sauce, man. Nashville might be forever be that non-destination or where people go to end their careers and have a safe place to live at. Not a lot of expectations. You can play 500 football and keep your job until you retire. That's why I say I'm the most unbiased content creator when it comes to sports. Yeah, not many, not many people be as honest as I am about uh about their team. I'm honest. I chop them up. They don't deserve they don't deserve to be spared. Rewind it, DJ. You a little biased though. You honest about your coach. But overall, you have your triggers and your biases. But I will say you are honest about the coach. But you do have your biases. And you racist.